Good morning, Stampin' Friends. How are you today? Welcome to our first stamping session for World Card Making Day. I'm just waiting for a minute or so till everybody starts popping in. When you pop in, make sure that you say hello in the comment section. Love to see who's joining me this morning. Welcome, welcome. I love World Card Making Day because it celebrates a passion of mine that brings people together. And that's truly the reason I have been doing this for 22 years, because it really does bring everyone together. I could tell you so many stories about people who've met through my clubs or at my retreats, and now they're buddies and they email each other and they go out to lunch, and I think it's the most amazing thing. I just love it. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Dawn. How are you ladies this morning? And Deborah's joining us. Hello. All right. Just wait another minute or so. Let everybody pop on. I've got some fun here. Oh, goodness. So how's everybody doing this morning? It's a little warmer than it was yesterday morning. We're at a whopping 54 degrees, which in April would feel really warm. But on October 1st, it feels chilly. I love it. That's so funny. So this morning, I'm going to show you, I'm going to be using the dies from the Sweet Candy Canes bundle. And I have to tell you, other than the candy canes, which I fell in love with, I love the die. It is so much fun. So here it is. This is the one I'm going to be using today. So I'll go through all that. But Joanne has joined us. Good morning. So lots of stuff to talk about this morning. First of all, it's World Card Making Day. I'm going to be doing two more live demonstrations. One at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then one at 6. I know I usually go live at 6:30, but we're going to do 6 o'clock tonight, and that will give everybody time to pull their orders together, and so we can close out the party. I'm thinking around 9 tonight. So prizes, I have specials. I've posted those. All right. Just going to go over here. Why is it whenever you want some? There it is. So the first 5 people who place orders are going to get a stack of my handmade cards. So I'll be sending those out with the rest of your goodies. If your orders are $35 to $49, you'll get a pack of dimensionals and 1 ticket to get into the grand prize drawing. Orders of $50 will receive the dimensionals and I'd say over 100 red rhinestones, because Christmas is coming and you're going to need those. And then 2 tickets towards the grand prize. And I'll be announcing the grand prize a little later today. So, orders of $75 to $99 will receive the dimensionals, the rhinestones, and masking paper. So I think there's 4 sheets in there, and I'm going to be showing you how to use them, and then you will get 3 tickets for the grand prize. And orders over $100 will receive the dimensionals, the rhinestones, the masking paper, and this isn't on my list, but you're also going to get a blending brush because I'm going to be using that today too. And I think everybody should have these, so I'm going to make sure that if you place an order and it's over $100, you'll also get one of these, and then 4 tickets for the grand prize. So you'll get a nice little bundle of goodies that you can use right away in your stamping. Because I'm going to show you how to use the masking paper, and you'll also see me use the blending brushes. And who doesn't need red rhinestones at Christmas time? So, there we go. That is all the fun. So, let's pull this out. Whoops, wrong one. Here is the Sweet Candy Cane bundle. And that is what I'm going to be working with today, this morning. All right. And then if I flip this over so I can show you the dies. This one here. So you get the candy canes and you get these 2 little leaves plus the big die. And then this one here, which works perfect for greetings. In fact, you could stick a candy cane in it, or you could use it for pencils. Nice little teacher gift. So that's kind of cool. And then I'm just going to show you some of the other cards that I have made with this so far. We'll start with this one because it's kind of simple. It's just featuring the Designer Series paper, one of our snowflakes, a little bow, and then I die cut the candy cane out of the designer paper. And if you watched me on my Facebook Live Tuesday, you saw this card. And on this one, I showed you how to paint. Use your Versamark ink refill to paint in your lines here so you could emboss your candy canes and get a lot of color. I also introduced you to the linen paper, which we will be seeing this afternoon. That will be my 2 o'clock demonstration, will be the linen paper. And then I just have to share this one because this has that die. And it has the gorgeous glitter paper. So the glitter paper comes 6 by 6. And it has the white and the red, and it's gorgeous. And then a little snowflake behind there, and then the die-cut candy canes, and then the greeting, which does come from our Candy Canes Christmas stamp set. So, what I would like to do today is share with you another way to use this. Let me bring this all in here for you. There we go. When I show my Stampin' Friends anything with their bundles that they purchase or whatever, I like to focus on maximizing what you purchase. I want you to get your money's worth. So we're going to step outside of the holiday, the Christmas, and we're going to go into fall. And we're going to create a really cool card with this today. So we're going to start with a Cajun Craze card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4¼ right in the middle. That's our hug. Remember, a card is a hug with a fold in the middle. So that's our card base. Then we're going to have 2 Old Olive pieces. They are 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And then I have crushed curry. This is 5 1/4 by 4. And these are cut an 1/8 inch difference so that you get just that teeny tiny little border around there. But I really wanted a border, and you'll see why. All right, and then I'm going to show you the adhesive sheets. Now, these sheets come in a pack like this. It's a big one because they're 6 by 12, which is great for scrapbookers and for card makers because I cut mine this way, 4 and 4, so that you get, well, it'd be 4 and 8, so that you can get 3 card fronts. So you'd get the whole front out of here, and you can always cut that little strip off here and use it for border, for scrapbooking, or even your cards. So, and you get 12 sheets in one pack. So you guys do the math. It'd be 1, 2, 3 times 12. So 36 card fronts. Perfect. That's what we got to do. We got to learn how to use our stuff and maximize and save that dollar. All right, and then inside we're just going to go 4 by 5 1/4. That is our basic white, and that will get layered onto that second sheet of Old Olive. That Old Olive is going to give it just a little pop of color. And normally what I do if I'm creating a card like this and I need little leaves, I will cut my leaves out of the center here. So I had scrapped those, so I used that. But normally I cut it right out of here, and then nobody's going to see that little hole. But what I do is I write my greeting on my white before I attach it, because you don't want your pen to get stuck in those little leaf holes. So that's a nice little tip there. So we are just going to set this aside. And then, like I said, I've got little leaves here that I just cut from a bunch of scraps. And it's funny because this is for the mistletoe. But if you don't stamp on it, it doesn't look like mistletoe. It looks like oak leaves. So now you have all these cute little leaves that we're going to use on our card. Perfect. So how many of you have actually started your Christmas cards already? I'm just curious, because you know me, I haven't. I have not started. But, yeah, at this time of year, it's like full hop on the train. We're moving into Christmas, but I love fall. It is my favorite season. So I get a little sad if we just kind of blow right past it, right? Okay. So here is one of our Old Olives. And we are going to put our adhesive sheet on here. So I cut this pretty close to the size we needed. And then, let's take that off. They have little slits on here, so you can pull this off easily. And I'll show you how I like to do this. Cheryl says this is her favorite season too. All right, I am going to put this right to the edge. And then I'm just going to work my way back here. This way, When I just do it one panel at a time, I have a 98% chance that it's going to be straight, because for some reason I like to put everything on crooked. It's amazing that my cards turn out so good. I shouldn't say that, but all right, come on, take your pick. Let's do this. I'll push that down a little harder. So there we go. And now, oh, I actually have my bone folder with me today. We are going to, uh-oh, I had that a little bit too long. Nice that it just comes right off. There we go. But I want to get that down, and I am going to pull that extra adhesive off of there. There we go. Because I do not want that in my cutting machine, which is where we are going next. I cut this for this. So that little piece right there wouldn't matter anyways. So now we are going to take this and put it in our machine. I don't normally show this during demos. I pre-cut everything, but we're going to roll this. And I think I am a little crooked here anyways. Sorry about that. Let's go. That way you can see most of it. And we will get our platforms in here. You will need the number 1, the number 2, a number 3, and then a second number 3. So I've got this in here. There goes my second number 3. And of course I did this so I'm going backwards. Silly me. Okay, ladies, I cannot do that left-handed, so let's try this. Can you still see that? Yep. All right, and I'm going to back this out just a bit. Oh my gosh, it already started cutting. So I have to put this back on perfectly, which if you ever do this, just slide it right into the grooves. There we go. And I'm going to tip this so that it starts at the point and doesn't have to take that full blunt of the edge there. So we're just going to start with a tip, and it's going to come through much easier. I'm going to actually use this to hold my stuff down here. I didn't mean to pre-cut that. There we go. That'll hold it for us. Set that down. Get a nice start. And it's a little jiggly, and that's why I don't usually do this on my demos. There we go. Pull this out. And unfortunately, I don't have the ability to slide up my camera, but here we go. Now, let's take this off. And I would say, see how those are stuck there? Save those because they have adhesive on. And let me just show you something. I did a little pre-cut here earlier so that I could show you how this works. So you don't want to throw things away because you can use them. Now, wouldn't this make a cute fall card? And you could even use the little ones. Or you could save these and work these into your candy canes. They all have adhesive on, so it would work really well. You could use them for little strips on any of your cards. So, we don't throw anything away. Just fun way to get a little extra color and layers. All right now we're going to pull these out. Still have my little bat up there. Okay. Center that on there. Let's pull off our adhesive sheet. Worked nice to leave that little edge on. Just remember that you need to pull off the adhesive so it doesn't stick in your die cutting machines. I'm just going to flip this. There we go. And now we don't have all that work. And it's pretty much light enough that I could lift it back up a little bit, but I'm thinking I got that pretty good. There we go. That is our start of our card. Got them nice stripes. Now, keep moving my stuff here. When you die cut it, you're going to find that they're all going to look alike, but if you flip it over, and you know how the side that you cut has a little raised edge, just take your bone folder or your block. You know I use my blocks for everything. And we're just going to flatten that out. And you'll still have a little texture, which is really nice. But you won't have that real rough edge. So you're just going to smooth it out a bit. Because you're flipping this one upside down, I haven't really thought about how I can put the adhesive sheet on that. I have to think. That one I have to think upon. But when I figure it out, I'll share it with you. So now we're going to do this so we get a double layer here. And we're going to flip this back upside on the front, actually. And we're going to take a little bit of this glue and run it down our edges. I like to get it just so I can get little dots. There it goes. So to clean that tip off just a bit. Here we go. And I just dot this. We'll just draw little lines down here. I'm getting used to my classes where I have people commenting while I'm talking, so I'm sorry if I pause too long. All right, there we go. I hope you're sitting back, relaxing, and enjoying a cup of coffee. I'm giggling at that game, or the one where you would get rid of something, and I'm amazed at how many people are probably just as done with the pumpkin spice as I am. I would drink a pumpkin spice, like I said in my little, in the game, but I prefer a vanilla chai latte. There we go. We'll get that down. And I did not do these, so we're going to do something that will help hold those down. So we're going to pull in our greeting here. And I have 2 different sizes, but I'm thinking the 1/2 inch is going to work better. I save these scraps too. I save everything. All right, let's grab our Cajun Craze. And that's what we're going to stamp our greeting in. And I did not have to search another stamp set for greeting for fall, because this one says, it's the most wonderful time of the year. And if autumn or fall is your favorite season, well, that works, right? I think so. Because it is for me. I love it. Okay, I'm going to do this so I can see exactly where my ink is going. And I know that everything is inked nicely. There we go. I always say, put your rubber stamp down and put your ink pad in your hand and show that who's boss. You are. Sometimes we get a little too heavy-handed when we push into an ink pad. Excellent. All right. Now, I just ran to get my scissors. I'm just going to do, I think, how about a little cut here? If I do this, I'm going to pull it back a little bit. I'm trying to line up my greeting here. That one's not going to work, so we're just going to go right here. I should have left that just a little longer, because then I could have, but I'm going to wrap my little leaves around there anyways. So let's get our dimensionals on there. To me, those are the most cost-effective embellishment you can have. And yes, I do consider them more than an adhesive, because I think they add to all the embellishing we do. All right, so I'm going to put this over here, which is going to kind of hold those down. It's kind of cool because you get that nice little basket weave there. And now I am just going to grab dimensionals, and I am going to start popping on. Oh, I need the little ones. I'm going to start popping these on. Just creating a nice little layered effect with all of these little guys. Let's put this one, how about this way? There we go. And although we did not use pumpkin pie in our card, we're going to use it here. I am going to go this way. And then we're going to do 3 on that side. Now, if you really want to add more depth to your leaves, you could take your finger daubers and sponge on them. Let's add him up there. Get a little bit different look than we have on the first part. And I'm going to put green in the middle, or should I say old olive? This one we're going to kind of frame that. There we go. So we turned our Christmas, oh, I didn't use any of these. Oh, that's okay. There's enough on the front. We turned our mistletoe into fall leaves. And we created a nice fall pattern by using the die, 2 different positions. And we used our adhesive sheets to hold the front one down. So, think outside the box when you're creating with your Christmas stuff. Don't just, pack it away for the year after you've used it for 3 months to make a Christmas card. You can use this all year long. And I'll bet you switch out these colors into spring and you could still have a beautiful card. And then even our greetings. May the good times of today become the cherished memories of tomorrow, which you could use any time of year. So that's what's really fun about these, is look at different things that you can use for a different holiday. We don't have to be stuck with just one. So I thank you all for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed the card and the little tips with the adhesive sheets. And after I pop out, I am going to put the inside into my card. A little layer there so I could get that pop of color. But I thank you again. I will have more games throughout the day, so you can pop on our Linda's Stampin' Escape Facebook page, because we're partying all day long. And our next live, or my next live, will be at 2 p.m. Central Time, so you can join me there and all of my fellow Stampin' friends. And come and see what I'm going to do with that awesome linen paper. You're going to be amazed. Thanks again, and I will see you later. Happy card making day.